Britney Spears opens up about Justin Timberlake. We got to talk about that. The abortion, the pregnancy, the sadness, and the betrayal. We got to talk about all of that. But before we get into all of that, please let me introduce myself. My name is Sebastian. I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. And listen, girl, I got you covered with everything going on with Diddy, the Biebers, the Kardashians, Selena Gomez, Miss Britney Spears, anything in pop culture, I got you covered. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. I would be so incredibly grateful. All right, best friends. So listen, you guys have been loving story time with Sebastian. I saw a bunch of you went out and ordered the book, the Britney Spears memoir, The Woman in Me, which I'm so happy about because this is something that I'm just promoting so much. Obviously not sponsored or anything like that, but just her voice needed to be heard. And everything that she says here is so incredibly inspiring, sad, but it's a story of survival. And that is something that I admire so much about Britney, is how she has survived things that I think most of us would never be able to survive. And I definitely encourage you guys to please go purchase it because there's so much in here that, you know, needs to be in the light. And it's also a year now, almost a year towards the end of this month that this book came out. So it's the anniversary. But today we're going to be talking about Britney Spears and how she opened up about getting pregnant by Justin Timberlake and having the abortion. Now, we'll be reading, we'll be talking, we'll be discussing. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I really do feel that Britney Spears is so misunderstood. I feel like she gets judged so heavily by just dancing in her living room, having her living room residency, how I call it. And it pains me to feel that people don't give Britney Spears a chance. And that's why I'm just doing everything in my power. I feel like my rent is depending on it. But I want you guys to get this damn book. Because if you just read this, you would understand so much of what really went on, and you really will get to know a little bit of who really Britney Spears is. So that's why I'm doing it. All right, so let's just jump into this, best friend. So let's just do it. So she obviously opens up about everything about Justin Timberlake. She opens up about the time that, you know, they were together, everything. I mean, she opens up about everything. One of the things that she opens up about is her abortion. So she and Justin were, you know, obviously the biggest stars in the whole entire world for many, many years. And when they were together, obviously it was everything. So anyways, Britney wrote, there were a couple of times during our relationship when I knew Justin had cheated on me, especially because I was so infatuated and so in love. I let it go, even though the tabloids, you guys like to see the book that I'm reading. So I'm just gonna move this up so you guys can see it. It's like story time from class. There were a couple of times during our relationship when I knew Justin had cheated on me, especially because I was so infatuated and so in love. I let it go, even though the tabloids seemed determined to rub my face in it. When NSYNC went to London in 2000, photographers caught him with one of the girls from All Saints in a car. But I never said anything at the time. We'd only been together for a year. Do you guys remember All Saints? I think they're the ones who sing, never, ever, ever, ever felt so low. The way you got it, you know that one? Anyways, another time we were in Vegas and one of the my dancers who'd been hanging out with him told me he'd gestured toward a girl and say, yeah, man, I hit that last night. I don't want to say who he was talking about because she's actually very popular and she's married with kids now. I don't want her to feel bad. My friend was shocked and believed Justin was only saying it because he was high and felt like bragging. There were rumors about him with various dancers and groupies. I let it all go, but clearly he slept around. It was one of those things where you know, but you just don't say anything. Now, you know, I do have to say, like, Britney and Justin were the world's it couple. You know, imagine, you know, this is 2000. This is, you know, around the time Britney released Oops, I Did It Again. She was gearing up to do the VMAs, you know, where she stripped down, you know, and did I Can't Get No Satisfaction, then Oops, I Did It Again. I mean, this was the height of Britney's career, right? She was getting ready to, you know, a year later, Slave For You came out, you know, and Justin obviously was in the height of NSYNC as well. So, I mean, this was like their height of their career. So, you know, they were everyone's favorite couple. You know.
Now, how proud are you of her?
I couldn't be more proud, honestly.
She's like unbelievable.
I know.
Doing it all.
Trust me, I see it every day.
Y'all are trust me. Okay. Listen, thank you.
You get me in good, yeah, all right.
What do you think of the album?
I really enjoyed it. It's a step up, and it's a step in the right direction.
Thank you, baby.
And it's not, you know, some people when they try to make a change with their music now, it's too drastic for people, but this is perfect.
I'm just saying thank you. It's very sweet.
You know, I can imagine the pressures from the record company saying, Britney, you cannot, you know, fuck it up for, you know, this relationship has to work. You know what I mean? It's all about public image.
You do it day in and day out.
You know what? We have fun. We love what we're doing, so it doesn't even feel like work. Seriously.
Yeah.
You know, I love what I do, so that's what matters.
Yeah. And Justin, how?
Yeah, I agree. You know, I mean, we're you know, lucky individuals to get to do something that we love to do. You know, not many people can say that. Yeah. So, I mean, you're not gonna see us complaining. We're having a good time.
So anyways, so I did not a lot. One time with Wade Robson, we were one night and we were out one night and we went to a Spanish bar. We danced and I made out with him that night. So, yes, Britney Spears admits to making out with her choreographer, Wade Robson. I believe he's the one who did her Dream Within a Dream tour. And he also choreographed Slave For You. Maybe he co-choreographed. He's done a lot with Britney. I was loyal to Justin for years. Only had eyes for him with that one exception, which I admitted to him. That night was chalked up to something that will happen when you're as young as we were. And Justin and I moved past it and stayed together. I thought we were going to be together forever. I hope we would be. At one point when we were dating, I became pregnant with Justin's baby. It was a surprise, but for me, it wasn't a tragedy. I loved Justin so much. I always expected us to have a family together one day. This would just be much earlier than I'd anticipated. Besides, what was done was done. But Justin definitely wasn't happy about the pregnancy. He said we weren't ready to have a baby in our lives, that we were way too young. I could understand. I mean, I kind of understood. If he didn't want to become a father, I didn't feel like I had much of a choice. I wouldn't want to push him into something he didn't want. Our relationship was too important to me. And so, I'm sure people will hate me for this, but I agreed not to have the baby. One thing about Britney that you guys, I'm not sure if you follow Britney like this religiously, but Britney Spears, she is so down to earth. She is like the opposite of what you'd expect a celebrity in her caliber to be like. She is so simple. She's always saying how much of a nerd she is. I mean, Britney Spears has always wanted to settle down. You know, I actually kind of feel like she really wasn't made for the fame part of being, you know, in the industry. I really do feel like she was like made for, you know, being a dance teacher to little girls and, you know, living, you know, in a farm. Like seriously, like I really feel like Britney would, I don't know about a farm, but you know what I mean. Abortion was something I never have imagined choosing for myself, but given the circumstances, that is what we did. I don't know if that night was the right, I don't know if that was the right decision. If it had been left up to me alone, I never would have done it. And yet Justin was so sure that he didn't want to be a father. We also decided on something that in retrospect wound up being, in my view, wrong. And that was that I should not go to a doctor or to a hospital to have the abortion. It was important that no one find out about the pregnancy or the abortion, which meant doing everything at home. So imagine a, 18, 19, 20-year-old Britney, you know, the whole world thinks you're a virgin. You're the biggest artist in the whole world. Everything is your image. You know, everyone wants to see your tummy. Everyone wants to see, you know, the Britney abs. You know, everyone wants to idolize you and your boyfriend Justin, who's from NSYNC, and then here you are at home, pregnant, and you know you can't go to a doctor because of the news leaks. You mean your careers would be over, right? At that time, of course. We didn't even tell family. The only person who knew besides Justin was me, and me was Felicia. Felicia was her personal assistant for many years. It was like more like her aunt or her cousin. I mean, they were, you know, inseparable. I met her, by the way. Felicia, who was always on hand to help me. I was told it might hurt a little, bit, but you'll be fine. On the appointment day, with only Felicia and Justin there, I took the little pills. Soon, I started having excruciating cramps. I went into the bathroom and stayed there for hours, lying on the floor, sobbing and screaming. They should have numbed me with something, I thought. I wanted some kind of anesthesia. I wanted to go to a doctor. I was so scared. I lay there wondering if I was going to die. You guys have to read this book, okay? You have to read this book because it is absolutely so crazy, everything that she has survived, everything that she's been through, everything that she has endured. I mean, it's so crazy. And I hope and pray that with you getting to know little tidbits of the book, you get to know her, and that will motivate you to get the book and to give Britney Spears a chance and not judge her by what you see online, right? It goes on, you know, to say a lot more things. But just to let you guys know, Justin thought it was a great idea to go in with his guitar and start like strumming it while she's on the bathroom floor. So Britney does say that after the abortion, Britney was messed up for a long time. Until this day, Britney Spears regrets it and how she wishes that that never would have happened. Now, I wonder how her life would have been very different with, you know, having the baby at such a young age. I mean, this was, I believe this must have been right before or in the same time as Slave for You. So imagine at that time, Britney Spears, you know, Britney freaking Spears and Justin Timberlake welcome a baby to the world. I mean, it would have been the biggest scandal on earth. And I just feel like that would also have, you know, it would have added so much pressure and stress to her. It would have added so much distress to her, right? So, you know, I have faith in God and how everything works out, but I really do wonder how her life would have been different had she had a baby with Justin back in the day. Would their relationship have survived? Would she have, you know, left the music industry for some time? You know, where would she be now? Would she still be with Justin? Like, so many freaking questions, right? Like, it's actually so crazy how you wonder, like, what would have happened? So you guys have to read the book for the rest, but it's so crazy to me that, you know, didn't go to a doctor, had to have everything in confidence and silence, and just, you know, was told that there was no option to go get medical help, to have to suffer it by yourself, you know, in the bathroom by yourself, not wanting to get the abortion in the first place, and having to get the abortion and having to do it in such a secretive place. And then
I wanted to believe that the first person you're with, I wanted that fairy tale. A beautiful fairy tale. But then, that didn't happen. This is your life right now. So I don't believe in fairy tales anymore. Britney is hard.
A couple days later, she had to go back on tour. So I'm just so proud of this woman right here. She is just such a strong human being. She is so incredible. I know you guys probably hate me for not reading more, but you know, it's little tidbits here and there, girl. I can't give you the whole book. You guys have to go get it. Or you can listen to it on, you know, audiobooks. But it's definitely worth a read. I love Britney so much. I'm so proud of her. I just want her to know that, you know, she is just such a survivor. Her strength is so inspiring, and I hope and pray that her movie, her biopic, is everything she's ever wanted, and that the whole world who's been judging her and being terrible to her and being horrible to her can really eat their words and really feel bad for how horrible they've treated her. Since she started, the media has just been tearing her down, and it's definitely time for her to speak up. So what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I love you all so much. I'm so grateful for you guys. If you guys want me to continue the story times, please let me know. And understand, I can't read the whole thing, girl, okay? I love you all, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye.